Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to see about the project called Bridging Food Waste and Hunger, a web-based distribution system. So this is an abstract of that project. We're going to see how this project runs and what all are the roles and how the functionality happens. So here we're going to use, it is designed with an HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and mainly with Python. We have developed this project, and the database we are using is MySQL. And this project basically simplifies the distribution of food across the city or over an area. So here, by doing this, we will be reducing the food waste by effectively streamlining the distribution process. So no further delay, we're going to go to the front end part and see the functionalities, how it runs. So here I have started the server by saying python app.py, and the server has started in 5000 port. So this is the landing page that you're going to be getting on your screen. So there are four types of roles, which are admin, donor, volunteer, and beneficiary. Let's see about all these roles in short time. But basically, the admin will be the one who will be managing the all users, whichever users it may be. It may be the donor or volunteer or beneficiary. He is gonna take control of that. So whenever the donor is getting registered, or the volunteer or the beneficiaries are getting registered by themselves, by going on to the register page, they're gonna fill this form and they will be requesting to the admin for admit them into the roles. So if you go to the admin part, there will be an option that you can allow them, you can say them approve, you can give them the approval to get registered. So these are the four roles, and the donor part is the one who donates, who actually donates the food or any food items that has to be donated. It's donated by the donor part, and the volunteer is the one. As the name says, the volunteer is going to be a middleman between the donor and the beneficiary. So beneficiary is the one who is getting the benefit in this process. So this beneficiary uh, peoples will be requesting food to the donor, and the donor is going to accept that food. And once accepted the food, that food order is going to be listed to the volunteer part. After that, once the volunteer is accepted, volunteer accepts the food delivery, it goes and delivers to the beneficiary. Finally, the beneficiary is going to give the feedback to the donor. So now we're gonna log in into the each roles, and we're gonna see the functionalities. So admin part, the user password for now is, yeah, this is the home page of the admin. So as you can see here, manage donors, manage volunteer, and manage beneficiary. So if you click on this, you will be seeing the all the donors that are approved. Their status are approved. Whereas if they have requested, then it will be in pending form. So you can see the username or the email hello@gmail.com is still in the pending status. So he is not yet registered. He has registered from his side, but until the admin gives the request, it is going to be in the pending state. So if you wanna give the user the approval, so you have to come to the manage donor, and or which, yeah, here it is, hello@gmail.com. It's in the pending state. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna click on edit, and you're gonna make it approved. Once you do that, this user, which belongs to the role of volunteer, will be able to log in to his console. Fine. So in order to add the volunteers or the minutes or the donors or the beneficiaries, the admin also can add. So once he adds it, so it directly gets approved, and the user is sent with a mail. So the mail will be going to the user of whichever role the admin has created, and with that ID and password, that person or that user can log into. Fine. And here are the food posts. These are the food posts that previously it was hosted by the donor part. So once the form is filled, and the description and the quantity in the person wise and the expiry date and the locations are everything is filled, once it is delivered to the beneficiary, then the status is going to be delivered. Here are the delivery status by the donor part, by the donor, which donor has donated, and the process, which process is it is the delivery now. So these are few what is already transactions, whichever the food delivery transaction has been done, that logs are there, it is getting, it got delivered. So in further we'll see. Yeah, we'll try to give an yeah place and what is it? We're gonna post and yeah, we're gonna donate the food, and we're gonna request from the side of beneficiary, and we're gonna deliver the food by logging into the our volunteer part. Fine. So the very primary thing here is the food category. In this side, if you can see here, you will be the admin will be adding the food categories. So here is the option to add the categories. So if I add like uh, South Indian food, this food is from the south of India. If you add it, that's gonna be added over here. So this is how the food categories are managed from the side of admin. So these are some tabs, just the visualization of what is happening on the other three roles is overall shown in this admin part. So admin can have a complete view what is going on in our process. So once you log out, if I come towards the donor part, you are going to register also. If you have not yet registered, you're going to register it by giving your username, email, company name, and company name is basically the merchandise company that you're owning, whether it's a food thing or the fast foods, everything. The phone number, the address, you're gonna drag the location. By doing that, you will be able to see the dynamic change of the locations, and you're gonna select the profile pic of the user. Once it is done, you're gonna click on register. You will get registered, and that email and then password. You see the password. You're gonna make a login request. So here I will be logging in. I john@gmail.com 12345. If I'm not wrong, yes, the credentials are correct. Once you log in as a donor, you will be having a two tab over here. One will be the post new food and view donation history. The view donation history will be your past donated foods that you have already yeah, which is already been successfully delivered. So here the status is delivered. Here the location. This is the location uh, that the donor is for locating his place. So if you click on this, then you will be able to see the location of the donor from where he's donating. If you click on this, you will be navigated to the map, so you can see the exact location of that user, of the donor. It's fine. Once it is done, when it was posted, all the time is there, and see the review. Once everything is done, once the food is accepted, sorry, food is accepted by our beneficiary, then that side, the review, if they give the review, that review is gonna show here with the star ratings over here. Okay, so that here is the track. So at last you can see it is delivered. Okay, so this is the donor part. Okay, well, one more thing, you can add the food. So right now, if you see history, there are 4 foods. So I'm gonna post the food. If I post, yeah, if I click here, I'm gonna be redirected here. So just now I added the South Indian food, so it is listed over here, the food category and the food description. Let me just put it dosa idli. If I do that, and we're gonna specify the quantity in the number of person, so that it can be precise, not in some kgs or any quantity. Okay, in that way of quantity. So I'm just gonna specify like 10 persons can. Yeah, it will be this food will be enough for the 10th person. Okay, the expiry date you want to give. So I will just set up by today, and by I just set up till 6 o'clock. It will be no, it will be 16. So till 6 o'clock. Sorry, wait, wait, 6 p.m. It will be fine. Okay. Once that is done, you're gonna choose the food image over here. So I'm gonna choose the image whichever I find it here, and let me just have this. I'm not getting any related pictures of Word, but let me just get this, and it is uploaded. And you're gonna specify the location where you are donating the food. So whichever your shops are, I'm just specifying this. Let it be here. Once that is done, you're gonna post the food. If you have posted, that will be listed over here in the food history and with the status available. Okay, with the tracking status of available. So fine. And before the food is accepted from your side, even you can cancel, and cancel option will be there. You can cancel the food post also. That's fine. And from this part, now we're gonna go to the beneficiary part, and we're gonna what is a request for the food to the food posted. And again, the Donor will accept the request, and finally it goes to the volunteer part. So we're gonna see that process. Then in this donor part, we have a functionality of changing password also. You can change the password. Fine. Now since the food has been what do you say that since the food has been posted now we are going to request the food from the beneficiary part. So if I come to beneficiary part, gmail.com, gmail.com, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. gmail.com. Valid username and password. Okay, let me see the username and password in my database. The table for this I have created is food If I come to the users table, I'll be finding the beneficiary lily@gmail.com, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the password. So lily 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I do that, I'll be able to log in. So now in the homepage itself, you can see you have one food available for the pickup today. So this is the dashboard now. So if we go to the browse food, here is the food available post, which is hosted by the donor John, and the food is dosa idli. The quantity for the 10 person, and the expiry date is this, and the timings, and exactly locations, and the status is available. So by clicking on this request, you're gonna make a request to the donor part. But if you see here, there is something called my request. These are all food that was the past things that are already delivered. Okay, and we have given the feedbacks also. And lastly, there is change password. Okay, so since one food is available, we're gonna make a request now. If I click on request, confirm request for this food, yes. If I do that, you will be seeing an extra food request log over here that you can see it's pending. Basically, the status is pending, which the status request, the food request has to be accepted again from the donor part. Then the food will be delivered to the beneficiary person with the help of volunteers. Okay, so here you can see the view on map. If I click that, I'll be able to see the exact location. Okay, so once this is done, now we're gonna go back to the donor part and we're gonna accept the food request. Okay. Okay. First of all, let us just see the volunteer part. What is the scene? Hemant at the rate gmail.com. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Once we log in into the into the volunteer part with the user Hemant. So now, as you can see, there is zero assignments. Means there is no delivery for now. So if you go and click on this available task also, there is no food right now. Okay, these are the delivery status that the volunteer has already delivered. These are the history and the change password. Lastly, you can change his password. And okay, now we're gonna accept the food. So go to the donor part and go to the John. We are logging as John now and log in. Okay, so now the food post, whatever the food I have posted, history in history, it is, yeah. So the status is requested now. Before it was available, now it is requested. Since the food is requested from the beneficiary part. So either now I can cancel it or approve it. So I'm gonna approve it now. If I approve that, one request has been approved. So now it is assigned. It is not delivered, but it is assigned. So now this food log will be shown in the part of volunteers to be delivered. So Lily, not Lily, Hemant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I do that, as you can see here in the available tasks, you will be able to see the volunteer will be able to see the food delivery. So which is assigned to, yeah, which is assigned to an beneficiary. Okay, and now all, yeah, requested by the Lily, this user. Okay, so now if I click on the accept task, once it is accepted, so the delivery history in this, you will be able to see that you have accepted the food delivery process, and you can see the delivery address also where you have delivered. And once you go to once you go to the beneficiary and you once you go to the donor part and you pick up the food from there, then you're gonna mark the status as a pickup. Once you do the pickup, and after that you will go to the beneficiary and you will mark as an delivered. Okay, once the food has been delivered to beneficiary. Fine. This is the process. Now it is delivered. This is how the entire process goes on and how it works. So step by step, from one role to other. So each role has a defined roles to perform, defined actions to perform in order to successfully deliver the food. Okay. So finally, you can log out. Yeah, you can log out. As you log in as an admin, now, uh-oh, AGMI admin. Now you will be able to see the delivery status, which the donor has, donor John has been, yeah, has posted, and now this one. So the Bosa Idli and the location, everything, it is finally deliverable. So every data are integrated. Yeah, integrated. Yeah, integrity is there. If you log in as an admin or any other role, the delivery status or the food request or the food delivery status, everything will be integrity. There will be a data integrity in our project. Okay, fine. Once that is done, yeah, one more to mention over here is when you are going to log in, sorry, when you are going to register as these roles, the beneficiary, volunteer, or the donor, while registering, you will be receiving a confirmation mail. You will be receiving an email and password, okay, which will be your first email and which will be your first password. Later, you can log in into and change the password according to you. Okay, these are the functionalities of each roles, and this is how this project works. So this is the code that we have. Fine. This is the idea of our project. So thank you so much.